is your host, Jay Monopoly. As the co-founder of a 7-figure acquisitions company, and as a veteran, I am obsessed with showing people that there is a better way at life. Every week, we will be joined by multi-millionaires, rappers, athletes, investors, and just overall people who have found a better way. So let's go ahead and get into it. What's going on, guys? Today we are being joined by Shannon Steel, the youngest African-American hotel owner in the country. In the last 3 years, she's been able to build a $50 million real estate portfolio. There's so many accomplishments that you guys are actually going to tune into the episodes, like hear about all of them. What's going on, everybody? We got our special guest today, Shannon Steel. So you know what's funny? She did a light flex on me. She don't even know. So we hop on the Zoom call, right? First thing she tells me is, oh yeah, I'm just parked in front of my hotel right now. You want me to go inside? So, you know, I already did an intro, so we don't really got to get into all that. So Shannon, tell us, what do you got going on right now in the real estate world?
Right now, I'm finishing up, getting ready to reopen my hotel in Southfield. I'm working on a few other projects on acquiring another hotel downtown Detroit. And then I bought 90 acres of land last year. So I'm also working on developing that and building like about 200 multi-family homes. And then I'm also, buying REOs, buying different residential opportunities, stuff like that. So I'm pretty busy right now.
90 acres where?
It's in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, one lot is 6 acres and the other lot is 84 acres.
That's crazy. That's a Kanye move right there.
Yeah.
That's a Kanye move right there.
You like to bake.
Nah, I love it. You know what's crazy? I actually found you through Facebook. It was somebody in Detroit that I have as a friend on Facebook. He posted a picture with you. He like, congratulations on Shannon buying a hotel. And I was like, a hotel? I'm like, oh, no, I got to follow her. Boom. That's how I follow you on Instagram. So tell us a little bit more about that. How did that happen?
With the hotel?
Yeah, the hotel.
Yeah, I was actually looking at a property in the same area, but it was an office build. And me and the seller was going back and forth, negotiating numbers. And we couldn't really come into an agreement. And his business partner owned the hotel. He was like, well, my business partner, he looking to sell. And so we met, we negotiated for a few months and finally came into an agreement and we closed on it. And it used to be an Embassy Suites. So I ended up doing a deal. I had like 4 or 5 different offers from different flags.
Wow.
But I met with Wyndham and they gave me the best deal and they made me feel the most comfortable. So I ended up signing a 15-year contract with them and converted it to a Ramada Plaza. But it's a Wyndham Hotel and Resort contract. So after a year or two, it'll just ultimately be just Wyndham Hotel and Resorts.
That's amazing. That's so dope. I've never met anybody who actually owns like a hotel. So that's fire. Big congrats to you.
Thank you. Last year, we spent the whole year. We did a $3 million renovation and upgrading it and stuff like that. And then we had our opening in March. And that was like maybe a week before the COVID, before they shut everything down. So we're just preparing for reopening right now.
That's amazing. And Shannon, I'm not supposed to ask a woman this question, but I have to because for you guys watching, Shannon is actually one of the youngest hotel owners in the United States. So Shannon, how old are you?
36.
36. Hotels, about to cop another one. I love it. I love to hear it. That's what's up.
When I bought it, I was 35.
Oh, you're 35 when you bought it?
When I bought the hotel, I was 35.
Damn.
And it took renovation and stuff like that. So
that's what's up. And you were born and raised in Detroit, right?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Detroit.
Amazing. Why do you invest in Detroit?
Why not? I mean, I'm about building up my community. This is where I'm from. It's more than enough opportunities right here where I am, but I do invest in other places too, internationally. I did a lot of projects in Africa.
In Africa?
Yeah, I did a $162 million project in Mozambique back in 2016.
Yo, that's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about that project?
Yeah, it was a humanitarian project. So it was for a country to be able to build roads, have clean water, for stuff like that, the masses of the people need it.
That's amazing. And did you actually go out there? Did you go out there?
Yeah, I lived in Africa for 4 years.
What?
Invested a lot of time over there.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I'm finding out more and more as we go. That's the funny part. What for you guys watching, what you guys don't know is this is actually me and Shannon's first like actual conversation. And it just happens to be recorded. So, but that's dope. That's dope. I'm actually finding out a lot right now. That's amazing. I've always wanted to do that, live abroad. What made you want to do that? Was it strictly to help out or did you just want to separate for a little bit?
When I was 10 years old, that was my first time going to Africa. I was elected to be an exchange student. I went and lived in Ghana and went to school there for a while.
Crazy.
And the next year I went to Paris and lived abroad and went to school in Paris when I was 11. So when I went over there, I just felt very comfortable. And I told myself when I got older that I would come back and try to help. And that's what I did.
That's amazing right there. That's inspirational right there, all in its own right there. No lie.
Yeah, I own a lot of land in Africa too. It's a lot of land there. It's a lot of gold mine and diamond mine opportunities. So I'm taking advantage of all that stuff too.
Damn, that's crazy. How did you get started within the whole investing space? Like, take us through that journey. When did you realize, oh, nah, I know my life it got to be better. Like, I know I'm not going to settle for an average job. How did that start? Take us back to there.
Well, my career, like my initial career was basketball. So I was like an All-American basketball player. And I ended up getting a basketball scholarship to the University of Houston. And then when I was in Houston, I ended up taking business and economic classes. So I kind of like started falling in love with finance and stuff like that. So I had an opportunity to play with the Houston Comets, the WNBA team. But I just kind of wanted to do business and make money. So I ended up coming back to Michigan, and I was a stockbroker. So I went the stockbroker route. I was like 22 or 23. I was the youngest stockbroker in the country at the time. I think I was 23.
Eesh.
And I did that for a little while, and I just started to just explore investing because I was already in that field and kind of figured out what I need to do to build wealth and leave a legacy. And I just kind of not followed a blueprint. I think I'm kind of creating my own blueprint and doing stuff different. But yeah, I'm just steady. Every year, I just want to keep getting better and better.
No, that's what's up. That's crazy. You've done a lot. Of your MBA, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm actually 24 right now, so that's dope to see someone who also started very, very young.
Yeah. The younger you start, the earlier you can retire.
Oh, 100%. I got my nephew. I just got him started. I bought him some Forex education courses. He's 16 years old, still in high school. Mm-hmm. And I told him, you got to study this every day. And I test him every week. And if he gets something right, I pay him for it. That way he knows that he could get paid using his brain and not just his time.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm setting my niece and my nephew up too. My nephew is 9 and my niece is 13. But I'm getting them started right now.
You got to. You got to.
Yeah.
So how did the whole actual like real estate aspect start? When did you start investing in real estate? Like what were some of your first deals?
I came back from Africa in 2000 and the later part of 2015.
Okay.
And I started buying real estate the first quarter of 2016. And my first property was a strip mall in Detroit. It was a commercial property.
Wow.
You know, it had like 8 units. Well, I still got it. It's got like 8 units in it. And it was bringing in $30,000-$40,000 a month. So that was my first property, my investment property that I acquired. That was in 2016.
Just commercial straight off the bat.
Yeah, well, I feel like it takes the same amount of energy to close a big deal than to do a small deal. Actually, the smaller deals are more of a headache.
I've been telling people the same thing recently. I got rid of my rentals because I'm like, I was thinking too small. It's the same energy. Like the same amount of time, same amount of everything, just bigger scale.
Yeah.
That's dope. My first fix and flip was actually in Detroit, 16182 Roselawn. I never forget it. It was right there on Roselawn.
That's that. Yeah.
I made $35,000 off of it. I was still in the military. I was 21 years old. I got a $35,000 check, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not re-enlisting.
How long did it take you to flip it?
3 months.
3 months?
3 months close to close. And then I did another one, 2080 Atkinson. That was my first wholesale. That's when I realized, oh, this wholesale thing is dope. I made about $10,000 in 7 days. So I got love for the city of Detroit, putting me on to investment opportunities.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely a lot of opportunities here.
You've already accomplished so much, especially for your age. I mean, regardless of age, you've accomplished a lot. What does 5 to 10 years look like for you? If you've already done this much now, damn, like I can't even imagine what 5 to 10 years looks like for you.
Yeah, it's still a lot of stuff I need to get done. I actually feel like I'm behind.
Behind?
It's stuff much bigger that I want to do that I haven't even really tapped into yet.
That's fire. So,
it's a long way to go.
So what are some of the things that you just said a bank? What are certain things you know you have to and you're going to do here in the next 5 years as far as business goes? I'm
going to get my bank. I'm starting a foundation. I'm going to have an international foundation. And I'm starting a mortgage company. I'm doing that this year, though. This year.
Love it. I can see you being a politician. You ever thought of that?
I'm on a board for somebody that's running. I'm on a financial committee for somebody who's going for Congress. I don't really see it.
Nah, I can see it. I don't know why. I can see you out there giving speeches and stuff or something.
I was a keynote speaker with Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C. in February. And it was cool, but I just don't know about politics.
Yeah, it gets a little too dirty, huh?
I don't know. I just think I'm just kind of focused on what I'm doing. I mean, if it's in God's will for me to go in that direction, then it'll happen. But it's not something that I'm like seeking out to do right now.
Okay. I respect that. What do you think, in your opinion, what do you think is something very different about you that like sets you apart from your peers? What do you think is like your X factor?
I think it's my will.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think my will is stronger than most people. And the willingness for me to really do stuff that other people wouldn't do. Like a lot of people wouldn't go to Africa and live in Africa. No, nobody would really go to that extreme to get something done.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Once my mind is set on something like it's gonna get done, it's only a matter of time.
Nah, I'd have to agree with you on that.
Go to the extreme, you know?
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question for you. Ask this question to everybody who hops on. It's a tough question, so I got to give you a heads up. I got to give everybody a heads up, all right? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. So you've done a lot. You've done a lot so far. Which one of your accomplishments has made you the happiest?
I think the project in Mozambique.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because it helped and touched so many people.
I mean, communities, from my understanding, right? You helped a bunch of communities.
Right, that was my most meaningful project because it helped so many people when it changed lives. And nobody talks about it. Well, it's not that many people that really know about it because I don't really talk about it that much. Everybody talks about the hotel, but that deal was bigger than the hotel deal.
Damn, that's crazy. And to do it in a foreign country as well. You know what? I got a question about that actually. How did you like navigate around that? Did you have to learn like certain laws or like the way people do business traditions of over there before you actually got started? Like how was the process of learning that? Of like getting used to the way they do business, you know, legally and culturally?
You go over there and learn. That's what I did. And learned it.
That's simple.
And got comfortable with everything and found out how to do everything. I went to when they registered the business that it asks, like, how do you set up a company? How do you do this? How do you do that? And stayed there for a while and figured it out.
No, that's what's up. I actually got a condo in Ecuador. Ecuador. That's where my family's from. And I've thought about doing stuff out there as well, just because, you know, not to like the extreme as I'm assuming it's over there, you know, but it's a pretty poor country. You know, I'd love to do the same, help out there. I go out there every now and then, but that's even something I've talked about as well, you know, moving out there for a little bit. I mean, it's cheap as hell, and I'm actually get to learn the culture as well. So that's pretty dope that we're having this convo because I'm actually taking notes on this, no lie.
Yeah, you should set up a foundation. You need to have a foundation anyway, you know, because it's a way that you can reduce your tax liability. You should have your foundation and because you're going to have to donate to it anyway. You're going to have to write off stuff anyway, and you write it off to your foundation. And then you should just take that money and help people in the country that you're from. Whoa. Or in the community that you live in, or whoever needs help.
Whoa. We're giving too much free game right now. We're going to have to charge for this podcast, Tony. We're going to have to stop recording and charge for this one. She's giving too much free game right now. No, that's fire. It's Shannon. So for anybody out there that's watching this, that really like is inspired right now, motivated, what do you have to say to them? Like, how would you tell them to get started in business?
I think I would say first thing is to make up your mind that you want to get started and you want to be successful. That's the first thing. And then just make an agreement with yourself that, you know, no matter what obstacle is presented in front of you or what happens, that you're not going to give up and you're not going to quit. So you got to have that understanding. First, to understand that it's not always going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of obstacles thrown at you and stuff that you have to overcome. But you just got to have an understanding that no matter what happens, that you're not going to quit and you're not going to give up.
Amazing.
Like, that's the first thing I would say to get started. And then figure out, you know, if some people don't know, find out what your purpose is. Do stuff that's around what your purpose is. And something that satisfies you and something that your heart desires. And that's really where the real wealth is going to come in. It's doing something that you're passionate about.
You know, that's crazy. Lately, everybody I had conversations with, we talk a lot about purpose because that's something that I feel like once you really find your purpose, not influence purpose, like the purpose that other people influence you to have, but like your core purpose, it's easier for you to align your actions with that. And so that's something I've been really going over heavy. Like I even write it down. 'Cause sometimes, you know, me being the age I am, sometimes I'm like, damn, man, have I even truly dug into my actual real life purpose yet?
Right.
you know? So how do you think you found your purpose? Like, do you think it just came to you? I know you're glory to God for everything. Is it something you prayed on? Is it something like, how do you think you found it? How did you do it?
I prayed a lot.
Amazing.
And it's just a feeling that you get when you do something. Like you feel a certain way and it's like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to build on this, whatever that was. And that's kind of what happened to me when I was a kid. When I went to Africa, I was like, okay, I'm going to come back here and do stuff here because it's just a feeling that you get. You can't really describe it. You can't really explain it. It's like you just know when you know. Nah, it's like one of those things.
Nah, I feel that's a bar right there.
Yeah, you're not doing it for money. You're doing it because it's like something that you enjoy, that you really love.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you really love something and you're passionate about it, you're going to make money doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you better be doing anything else and you're going to dedicate a lot of your time and energy effortlessly without feeling like you're forced to do it because you need to make money.
That's a fact. The money is just a byproduct. It's just a byproduct, essentially.
Right.
That's what's up.
It's like people who play basketball. I mean, like who play sport. So they knew at a young age that that's what they were in love with. And they dedicated a lot of time, but they didn't start making money doing it until 20 or 30 years later, until they made it to the league, No, all the time up until the end, it was just a constant grind, but they didn't mind it because it was something that they loved doing. They wanted to be in the gym, 10 to 12 hours a day, getting better and working at their game. And that everybody has it. You just have to tap into it.
That's a fact. I agree 1,000% with you on that. Shannon, you spitting some bars right now. Some people are going to be watching this and they're going to be like, damn, how can I find out more about Shannon? How can I find Shannon? So for anybody out there who's watching this, who's going to want to know more about you, who's going to want to tap in with you, who's going to want to follow what you do, where can they find you? I'm
on social media. Right now, my PR team is putting together a personal website. It'll be done in about 2 weeks. But right now, just put my Instagram or my Facebook on there, Shannon Steel. My Instagram is Shannon_Steel1. And just DM me. I'm always looking for partners on projects and looking for people to build wealth with so we can do it together.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You want to go far, go as a team, 100%.
That's right. I'm always looking for good teammates.
That's a fact. And I'm actually going to get with you after this. I'm actually in my friend's office right now. He does really big developments in D.C., huge developments in D.C. So I'm actually tap you in after we're done here. Maybe you guys can have a convo.
For sure.
Yo, Shannon, I don't want to hold you too long. I know you're super busy. You've been running around all day.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity of being on your podcast.
No, for sure.
I hope the information I gave you was helpful and insightful.
No, 100%. I know you, honestly, I can 100% say that I know this episode is really going to hit a lot of lives as far as inspiration goes.
Good. That's what I want to do, just inspire and let people know that, anything is possible. Keep your faith in God and work hard.
100%. Well, Shannon, I appreciate you hopping on. I appreciate all the knowledge you shared. And I know everybody else appreciate it too. So, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I know you got a whole empire to run right now. So, like I said, I appreciate you hopping on, Shannon.
No problem. Anytime, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right.